Okay, divide. Okay, we're address the divide. I mean, it's terminology. Just help me keep that. I don't need to be enticing someone to watch this that doesn't have time to watch this. Okay, but this is where GoPro. I mean, how am I gonna? That's something I mean, I'm gonna absolutely need a GoPro. My one last videos. Looks like I wrapped this up. I mean, I've been saying I wrapped it up. Okay, but that's the problem. And then I long winded and there's oh goddamn mirrors. I'm sorry. I don't. That's that same picture of here's just for. Uh, I ain't got a generator for something else yet, so I'm not homeless anymore. No, I'm not homeless, and I'm not, but not complete independence. Okay, yeah. So it's like, yeah, I feel like understand, like I'm not, like I'm taunted to criticize perfection, and I mean, one that like, I mean, I don't give a fuck what a. My problem with this birth chart is like, I'm not trying to be exclusive. I'm trying to be inclusive, and it's like, what are those targeted that don't have that? Do you get what I'm saying? Not even the just take the third world out of this. Even those not in the third world that are targeted, uh, that don't have said type of chart. What I mean, so they should consider it not happening. That's the problem. But let me emphasize that the myth thing. Like, do not consciously give someone access to your mind unless you're absolutely certain. I would assume they already have. If it, but that's what yeah, that's what assumption I made. They already had access, so it must have been divine. It must have been my other half. Uh, I can prove the male did, but the female, without a doubt, no. I mean, just countless instances that she was trying to show me, and I just and so was it to taunt or covert consent, or was it to uh, obviously it wasn't the truth, and she did the track four. I keep going on that because that was the hook, that was the bait. You know, like you want to y'all can't out rancid bait me. I don't mean to. Just rancid bait, rancid echo, then rancid memory. I don't know. You know, whatever. So yeah. So give me yeah. There's no like. I'm actually like the example in my mind. It's okay. She might even be taking one for the team. One, right? That's we don't know how. I mean, I give. I mean, just give all the credit you can, maybe, and maybe that's what's my downfall. But not any time with her. But it's like, yes, I'm not. I mean, still, that's never going to change. Like worthy of. I'm not worthy of consideration, much less your presence. There's no ifs ands about that. But as far as like, I would say what's siphoning me the most right now is incongruence. Incongruence, period. Incongruence of information. Once you've established, if you've already called yourself God, which, I think is, not necessarily, I'm somebody, to me, it's like, even though Greeks and others use there's something, but it's like, you know, in the scripture, where we actually get it from and what's most of it is tall guys. Sorry. There's no reason for Ike to lie about that. It was, the way it's presented and what kind of ascertain. I mean, how would you? I mean, he did that from research, and how would he know? That's that's an absurd thing to claim that the word God actually means, and it's always plural in the scriptures, but twice, always plural, but twice, always plural, but twice, always plural, but twice. In the scriptures, God is always gods, but twice, and it means tall guys. It's hard to get around that. So there you go. That jump door lodge. I mean, I don't know. None of other people think like that. That's it. But what I'm saying is, this is say I don't matter. Like, yes, yeah, I do not deserve your presence. You're even your to be considered in your thoughts. Yet, you know, but I'm gonna remind anyone of like something that might, something might be, be fodder for them. Like, is this how they, use the mind control? It's like they take that and they make it a recurring nonstop playing in your mind. Like, don't forget that incongruence. Oh, incongruence. Oh, incongruence. Hey, you remember the incongruence? How about the incongruence there? Incongruence. You know, is that part of it? I'm trying to figure this out. Uh, so that's how they, let's not give them thoughtless. No criticism. I mean, it really isn't. It's like, oh, God, I could tell me. I mean, I didn't get coming to tell you I'm shit. Like, just, yeah, this is keep them. Remember, this is a shit's talking. Okay. Hey, there's shit speaking again. Yeah, shit speaking again. Okay, let's just keep that easy. So, like, so it ain't just her, but but no, I don't take that stance with others. I don't take that stance that they don't deserve my I don't deserve their presence or even their mental consideration. You know, with this I truly mean this, but this with her truly mean this, but I'm thinking. I'm not. No, I'm not thinking. I'm not good. Words didn't always exist. So the prospect of thinking outside of words, it should not be. Because one thing we know for sure, no matter how you look at it, no matter how you slice the dice, you know, the words did not always exist. Period. We know that words had to be created at some point. So words did not always exist. So how did we think before words? Huh? How did we think before words? Because words, whether spoken or written, did not always exist. I mean, just think. I mean, just from like stopping and think about it. Did words always exist? And well, obviously not. Words did not always exist. Okay, so I'm saying this might be used as fodder. So I'm sorry about this example, but the perfect example was left. So patterns and like I got to do what I got to do, don't I? And I still don't know what does I got to do. You just said like you suggest getting it done. What is it getting done? I'm 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 waiting. You know, I already said you said it. Like, are you going to backtrack like all the rest? Are we? Is that you just? I mean, are we going to backtrack? See, that's again, you can't criticize perfection. And I don't mean that. I don't mean that glibly. God, I mean that glibly. I don't care what others can't see. I mean, in that sense, you know, I ain't saying there's that to see in me, but like, I don't care nothing about this other nomenclature and chart. I mean, I don't mean it like glibly. It's like, uh, is that what Jesus said? I want to be famous. I mean, like, why Jesus said that let the dead go bury their dead. Well, why is it okay for a Jesus to say it? No, I mean, just but it's like then another person repeats the same thing in different ways. Like, oh hell no, and why would I? So I'm gonna be famous for the dead, or that's proposition. Like, huh? And that sounds correct. I'm not criticizing. Just that's what Jesus said, and I don't. So like. That's why it's better than NPC. It's like NPC. No, I'm not playing a game, so wrong term. But once and rightfully so, once you've taken the responsibility, I can't remember the exact words, but I do remember I am God, and your proposal would just, I've immediately supported. Meaning like, damn, you can't get any more inclusive and benevolent than that proposal. That's the point. See. As I'm saying, that reveals, who you are, just that proposal. You cannot get any more inclusive and benevolent and gracious and forgiving, period. I mean, I caught that right away. Maybe the second time, I don't know what, but I didn't catch the fullness of that right away. It's the second lesson, so I don't need to lie about that. But yes, it's once you've taken the responsibility to be God, you don't backtrack from that ever. You can't go back and say, then God told me or the divine told me. Once you decided and you called yourself God and the divine, and I don't remember about quite but it's supposed to be the same thing in our non-religious use of those terms. Don't you can't. I mean, you can't backtrack. You can't like. Then I'm waiting on the divine. The divine says wait, and the divine said that because you're saying nothing more than you told yourself. So so I'm not saying like you, like a person. So we have to take responsibility of like I this, I that. You can't, once you've established, taking responsibility, and remember that you are the divine, and you're the divine. Just stop using that God word. But and you can't backtrack and then put the onus on another entity, and and the other entity is making decisions for you, and you have to listen to the other entity. You just said you are the entity itself, and so we have to take full responsibility, and we don't get to like say wait to others, and or anything else, and and not like you're saying you